All right, deep divers, buckle up, because today we are going to be taking a deep dive into a world you might not expect to be so fascinating,
Yeah.
insect farming. And to guide us through this surprisingly complex landscape,
Yeah.
we're going to be dissecting a recent Q&A with Tony Marjan,
Okay.
the head of sales for Mana Insect.
Right.
They're a company making waves in this bug-powered movement, and trust me, you're going to want to hear what they have to say.
What's fascinating here is that we're not just talking about any insects.
Right.
We're zeroing in on black soldier flies, or BSF for short.
Okay,
They're not just creepy crawlies, they're tiny powerhouses of sustainability.
BSF, huh? Okay, so tell me what makes them so special in the world of insect farming.
Right.
Why all the buzz around these little guys?
Well, imagine a world where we can efficiently transform our waste into a valuable resource.
Okay,
That's precisely what BSF excel at.
uh-huh.
These little critters can munch through food scraps, agricultural byproducts, things we typically discard,
Right.
and convert them into high-quality protein.
So they're like nature's ultimate recyclers,
Precisely.
turning trash into treasure.
And that treasure, in this case, is a sustainable protein source that can be used for animal feed, pet food, and even human consumption in some parts of the world.
Wow.
That's why interest in BSF farming is skyrocketing. It addresses two critical challenges: waste management and creating a more sustainable food system.
That's pretty remarkable. So where does Mana Insect fit into this picture?
Right?
I understand they created something called FarmHub.
Yes.
What's the deal with that?
FarmHub is their brainchild, a digital platform designed to be a one-stop shop for anyone interested in BSF farming.
Okay.
It's incredibly comprehensive, offering a learning center, a marketplace management tools, even climate control monitoring.
Wow.
It's like they've thought of everything you could possibly need to get started and succeed in this industry.
Okay, let's unpack this FarmHub a bit, starting with the Learning Center.
Sure.
It makes sense that there's more to BSF farming than just tossing scraps in a bin and hoping for the best.
Absolutely. There's a real science to it. FarHub's Learning Center is brilliant because it offers a tiered approach.
Okay.
They've got free video tutorials covering the basics,
Uh-huh.
which is great for curious beginners, but they also offer more in-depth paid courses called pro courses
Okay.
for those who want to seriously pursue BSF farming.
Ah, so you can level up your bug farming game. I like that.
Exactly.
What kind of things would someone learn in those pro courses?
The pro courses dive deep into advanced farming techniques, optimal breeding practices, the business side of things like scaling your operation, and even navigating the regulatory landscape.
Oh, wow.
They even have a course specifically on crafting a solid business plan before you can get your hands dirty.
That's smart. They're really equipping aspiring entrepreneurs with everything they need to think through the whole process.
Exactly, and it doesn't stop there. They're continuously innovating and adding new tools. Right now, they have a business calculator on their website.
Okay.
But they're developing an even more advanced one for FarmHub Pro members. This new calculator will not only help you project profitability, but it'll also analyze your capital and operational expenses, plus it'll even include technical calculators.
Wow.
Helping you figure out things like the ideal insulation for maximizing your BSF production.
Wow, that's impressive. Okay, now, for the part that really piqued my interest of the marketplace,
Yes.
tell me more about this bug-centric trading post.
It is a unique concept. It's a platform where users can buy and sell all things BSF.
Okay.
Think insect trays, eggs, larvae, even specialized equipment.
Okay.
But here's the kicker. It's completely free for everyone to use.
Hold on, free? Is there a catch? Why would they offer this incredible resource for free?
Mana Insect is playing the long game here.
Okay.
They understand that a thriving BSF industry benefits everyone involved.
Right.
By offering a free marketplace, they're removing barriers to entry, fostering a sense of community, and essentially accelerating the growth of the entire sector.
Wow.
It's a brilliant strategy, really.
I have to agree, it's like they're creating a virtual farmer's market, but for bug enthusiasts, hopefully without the, fertilizer aroma.
Right, they're very conscious of keeping things professional and relevant.
Okay.
They actively monitor the marketplace to prevent spam and ensure it remains a valuable resource for the BSF community.
Okay.
No one wants to see irrelevant ads popping up when they're trying to source high-quality larvae.
Now, that's what I call commitment.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more, right? Mana Insect also offers mentoring,
Yes.
which seems like a pretty valuable service. What's the difference between that and simply hiring a consultant?
That's a great question. Mentoring is about building a relationship.
Okay.
It's about having an experienced guide who's invested in your success throughout your BSF journey. It's not just a one-off consultation. It's ongoing support tailored to your specific needs.
So it's like having a BSF farming guru in your corner cheering you on and helping you navigate the inevitable challenges.
Exactly. They offer different mentoring programs focusing on various stages of your journey. like validating your business idea, developing your business plan, or even constructing your farm.
Wow.
And they have a network of BSF specialists ready to provide that hands-on support, whether you're piloting your first operation or just need some expert advice.
That's incredible. It really shows how dedicated they are to empowering people in this industry. But let's not forget the tech side of things.
Right.
Mana Insect initially made a name for themselves as a technology company.
Yes.
What kind of tech are they offering these days?
They're still very much a tech company at heart, but they've also evolved into educators, sharing their expertise on climate-controlled environments, which are absolutely crucial for successful BSF farming.
Ah, so it's not just about the bugs themselves, but also the environment they thrive in.
Exactly.
It makes sense. You can't just leave them to fend for themselves.
Right, and this is where their technology shines. They've developed a sophisticated control unit called ManaMind. Think of it as the brain behind creating the perfect climate for BSF to flourish.
So it's like a high-tech climate control system specifically designed for these little guys.
You got it. And the beauty of ManaMind is that it's adaptable to any size operation.
Okay.
Whether you're starting with a small indoor setup or managing a large-scale outdoor farm, Mana Insect provides clear instructions for building these controlled environments, and the software license for monitoring and control is a surprisingly affordable yearly subscription.
That's a smart move. It makes their technology accessible to everyone from startups to seasoned farmers.
Exactly. They're committed to making BSF farming accessible and achievable for anyone with the passion and drive to pursue it.
I'm blown away by all of this.
It is pretty impressive.
But there's even more to this story, right? It's not just about technology education and a supportive community.
Right.
Mana Insect has a bigger vision for the BSF industry, don't they?
They absolutely do, and that vision is all about collaboration.
Collaboration, that's such a crucial element, especially in a relatively new field like this. So how are they fostering that sense of collaboration within the BSF world?
Mana Insect is working closely with a wide range of stakeholders, breeders, who are developing superior BSF strains growers, who are perfecting the art of farming, and processors who are transforming BSF into valuable products.
Right.
They see the entire value chain as interconnected and believe that everyone's success depends on working together.
That's a really holistic approach, and it aligns perfectly with their mission of empowering people in this industry. They're not just building a company.
Right.
They're building an ecosystem.
Precisely, and they're even willing to roll up their sleeves and get involved directly.
Oh, wow.
While their focus is on providing the tools and knowledge through FarmHub,
Right.
they're also open to building farming modules and even larger scale facilities for those who need a more hands-on approach.
Wow, they really are committed to making this a reality. Now, I can't help but wonder, with all this talk about climate control and technology, is there a risk of BSF farming becoming overly industrialized, losing that connection to nature?
That's a valid concern, and it's something Mana Insect is very mindful of. While technology plays a vital role, they emphasize the importance of understanding the biological needs of BSF. Their goal is to enhance natural processes, not replace them.
That's reassuring to hear. So we've talked a lot about the how of BSF farming, the technology, the resources, but let's zoom out for a moment and talk about the why. Why should people care about this? Why should they be excited about the potential of BSF farming?
Here's where it gets really interesting. BSF farming isn't just a cool niche industry. It's actually connected to some of the most pressing global challenges we face today.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Think about the growing concern over climate change and the urgent need to reduce greenhouse gas emissions.
Okay,
The livestock industry as it exists today is a significant contributor to those emissions.
right.
BSF farming, on the other hand, offers a much more sustainable way to produce protein.
Ah, so by choosing insect-based protein, we're essentially opting for a greener, more eco-friendly food source.
Exactly. And it's not just about reducing our carbon footprint, it's also about food security. With a growing global population, we need to find ways to produce more food with fewer resources. BSF farming is incredibly efficient in that regard. They require less land, less water, and less feed than traditional livestock.
So it's a solution that tackles multiple challenges simultaneously? That's pretty remarkable.
It is, and it's what makes this entire field so exciting. We're not just talking about bugs, we're talking about a potential paradigm shift in how we approach food production and sustainability.
It's like this seemingly small, almost overlooked creature, the black soldier fly, might hold the key to a more sustainable and food-secure future. That's a powerful thought.
It is, and companies like Mana Insect are leading the charge, providing the tools and knowledge to make this vision a reality.
So we've established that BSF farming is more than just a quirky trend. It's a potential solution to some of humanity's biggest challenges. But let's bring it back down to earth for a moment. What does this mean for our listeners? Why should they care about this, and what can they actually do with this information?
Well, firstly, it highlights the importance of exploring alternative food solutions.
Okay.
We need to diversify our food systems and reduce our reliance on traditional protein sources that are straining our planet.
Right. We can't keep doing things the way we've always done them if we want a different outcome.
Exactly. And it's not just about our individual choices as consumers, it's also about recognizing the potential for innovation and entrepreneurship in this space. BSF farming is a growing industry with a lot of opportunities.
So if you're someone who's passionate about sustainability innovation or even just exploring new business ventures, BSF farming might be worth considering.
Absolutely. And resources like Mana Insects Farm Hub make it easier than ever to learn, connect, and get started. They're removing the barriers to entry and empowering people to be a part of this movement.
This has been such an eye-opening conversation. I have to admit, I came into this deep dive with a healthy dose of skepticism, but now I'm genuinely excited about the potential of BSF farming. It's not just about bugs. It's about reimagining our relationship with food waste and the planet.
I agree. It's a testament to the power of innovation and the incredible potential that lies in nature's solutions.
Speaking of nature's solutions, did you know that BSF larvae are incredibly resilient creatures? They can survive in some pretty harsh environments, which is part of what makes them so adaptable for farming.
They're not picky eaters either. They can thrive on a variety of organic waste streams, helping us address our food waste problem while producing valuable protein. It's a win-win situation.
It almost feels like these little creatures are here to help us solve some of our biggest problems. Now, I'm not saying we should all become bug farmers overnight, but I do think it's important to be aware of these innovations and consider how they might fit into our own lives and communities.
I couldn't agree more. We need to be open to new ideas and approaches, especially when it comes to tackling global challenges like food security and sustainability.
So, dear listener, we've thrown a lot of information at you today, but here's the takeaway. BSF farming is more than just a quirky trend. It's a potential game changer for how we produce food, manage waste, and create a more sustainable future.
And while Mana Insect is certainly a leader in this space, they're just one part of a growing movement. There are researchers, entrepreneurs, and innovators all over the world exploring the possibilities of insects farming.
It's a global movement that's gaining momentum, and it's definitely worth paying attention to. But for now, we've reached the end of part 2 of our deep dive. But before we wrap things up, we want to leave you with something to really ponder. Imagine a world where insect protein is as common as chicken or beef on supermarket shelves. Imagine cities with integrated BSF farms turning our waste into a valuable resource right in our own backyards.
It's a fascinating vision, isn't it? And it's not as far-fetched as it might seem. We're already seeing insect-based products popping up in pet food, animal feed, and even some human food products. It's only a matter of time before it becomes more mainstream.
I'm curious, what are some of the biggest hurdles that need to be overcome for this vision to become a reality? What's standing in the way of insect protein becoming a true staple in our diets?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is the it factor. Many people are still squeamish about the idea of eating insects, even if they're processed and incorporated into familiar foods.
Yeah, I get that. It's a cultural thing. We've been conditioned to think of insects as pests, not food.
Exactly, but that perception is slowly changing. As more people learn about the sustainability and nutritional benefits of insect protein, they're becoming more open to the idea.
And let's be honest, we eat plenty of other creatures that might seem strange to someone from a different culture. It's all about perspective.
Absolutely. Another hurdle is the regulatory landscape. In many countries, the regulations surrounding insect farming and the use of insect protein in food are still being developed.
So there are legal and logistical challenges to overcome as well.
Right, but as the industry grows and the demand increases, those regulations are likely to adapt and become more streamlined.
That makes sense. It's like any emerging industry, it takes time for the systems and structures to catch up.
Precisely. And finally, there's the issue of scaling up production to meet the growing demand. We need to invest in research and development to optimize farming techniques, processing methods, and even develop new and innovative products.
So it's not just about convincing people to eat bugs, it's about creating a whole new infrastructure around this alternative food source.
Exactly. It's a multifaceted challenge, but it's one that I believe we can overcome with ingenuity, collaboration, and a willingness to embrace new ideas.
This entire conversation has been a testament to that spirit of innovation and the incredible potential that lies in nature's solutions. Who would have thought that bugs could hold the key to a more sustainable and food-secure future?
It's amazing what we can discover when we look beyond our preconceived notions and explore the world with a curious mind.
Well said. And on that note of curiosity and exploration, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the fascinating world of insect farming.
It's been a pleasure sharing these insights with you and hopefully sparking some new ideas for our listeners.
Dear listener, we encourage you to do your own research, challenge your assumptions, and maybe even consider how insect protein could play a role in your own life, whether it's through your dietary choices, your business ventures, or your efforts to create a more sustainable world.
I remember the future of food is constantly evolving, and sometimes the most unexpected solutions turn out to be the most groundbreaking.
Until next time, keep those deep dive requests coming. We love exploring new worlds and uncovering hidden gems of knowledge with you.